If I wanted to build a business that could get me to 10K a month ASAP, and I wasn't trying to get to 40, 50, 60K a month, because how I'd build a business to get me to those numbers would look very different, especially at the start, to how I'd build a business just to get me to that 10K a month mark. So what I'd do to get to 10K a month, I would pick a local business niche. That's first of all what I do. It's the easiest to get results for, it's repeatable, it's very, very simple, and there's the most proof of concept in that area. It's gonna be extremely easy for me to replicate. There's tons of content online about it, and service delivery would not be a problem, right? Especially at the start because of the local business niche that I'd be picking. So I'd look to pick a niche that has signs of life, so there's lots of people succeeding in it, isn't extremely saturated and dying, so it isn't something like chiropractors, dentists, e-com, extremely hard saturated niches I'd stay away from. I'd probably look at things slightly more niche, but again, huge opportunity, and businesses that are open to investing in marketing services. So things like real estate agents, home improvement companies, auto detailing, there are a few that come to mind that have potential for sure, just to get to that 10K a month mark quickly. Once I'd pick that niche, the only thing that I'm offering is, let's say, paid ads or just some form of lead generation, ideally something that is directly linked to an ROI. So I wouldn't be selling website design, I wouldn't be selling content creation, I would be selling probably paid ads, right? Something that's extremely linked to a tangible ROI. It's gonna be very easy for me to talk about an end outcome, so revenue that I can add to the business. I'm not talking about like clicks on a website. I'm not talking about impressions content-wise. I'm talking about solving their biggest pain point, which is getting them leads and getting them revenue, which is ultimately all they care about, right? So I'm not talking about anything outside that. So it's gonna be very, very easy for them to buy into the notion of what I'm offering, right? And that's all I'd be doing off the start. So I'd pick my niche, I'd have my service, which is paid ads. Takes about 5 minutes to do both of those things. Probably a little bit longer in the niche research phase. I'd probably do about like an hour to 2 hours on that if I really was looking to move forward quickly, because like I said, to get to that 10K a month mark, you really don't need to be too technical. It really is just a case of brute forcing it, right? So once I've got that niche down, once I've got the mechanism, which is literally just paid ads, all I would be doing is just ramming outreach. And if you're wondering how I do that, I'd just be picking up the phone, right? I'd be watching cold calling videos. I'd be learning about how to cold call properly. And at the same time as picking up the niche, constantly cold calling, I'd be sending text messages to people, like local businesses. It'd be very easy to find numbers, to scrape data. There's tons of videos online. I'd be messaging people on Facebook. I'd be joining Facebook groups. Every hour of my day that I wasn't on a sales call, I'd be trying to get on a sales call, because at the start, all you're trying to do is get clients, right? And there's only really two things you can do, is be on a call or trying to get on a call. And when you're not on a call, you're trying to get on a call, and that's all you're trying to do. You're just trying to get more leads, you're trying to close more deals, right? It's as simple as that. So what I'd be doing is just constantly trying to get people on the phone, right? So cold calling, SMS, Facebook. I'd be using outreach channels that I know that my niche is using. So for example, if I'm targeting auto detailers, the last thing an auto detailer is going to do is be sitting behind their desk 24/7 looking at their emails and refreshing their inbox, right? So I'm picking up the phone, I'm calling these people, because that is the medium that's best to contact these local businesses. So that's what I'd be doing. And I'd be hammering outreach constantly, right? I'd just be doing it all manually. I wouldn't worry about VAs, I wouldn't worry about automating it, I wouldn't worry about tracking everything like a maniac. I'd just be making sure that I'm putting in the reps, I'm getting to the outcome, and literally I'm just doing what's required to get that end result of 10K a month, right? So once I have a way of getting people on the phone, because it's going to come very quickly, right? If you're doing it correctly, if you're really talking about the outcomes when you're reaching out to these people, because you're not just saying, okay, get on a call with me, you're saying, no, I can do this, this, and this for you. Like similar to some of my cold calling videos, I talk about the value equation, I'm referencing that. That's how I'd structure my outreach. So I'd say, this is what we can get you in this time frame, right? Zero effort and sacrifice on your end. Like this is the time that would get you the result in. I'd keep it very logical. I'd use that Hormozy value equation to position it in a way that's appealing to them. I'd get them on the phone, and when I'm on the phone, right, I'd just implement a simple sales system. So I'd have a simple discovery process which addresses the 7 beliefs that the prospect has to buy. If you're wondering what those are, I have a video where I cover exactly how I run through the discovery phase of my sales process. You can watch on my channel. I think it's called How I Close at 35%, something like that. You can watch that. That's what I'd implement. And I'd take all of the frameworks that I'm using from the discovery process, where I address those 7 beliefs. I get all of the information around those 7 beliefs. And then I'll link it into my pitch. So whilst my pitch appears tailored, right? I'm still delivering the same service on the back end. I'm just selling them, I'm just giving them I'm telling them what they need, right? I'm selling them what they want, and I'm giving them what they need, right? So I'm selling them exactly what they want. I'm positioning that in a way in my pitch based on what they've told me, so it appeals to them in the biggest way. And then I'm just delivering the same service, which I know is what they need, which is predictable leads. So I'd literally just be ramming outreach. I'd get obsessive around sales and make sure that I'm improving in the best way possible. I'd be watching tons and tons of sales content. I'd be learning objection handling. I'd be learning how to pitch. I wouldn't be method selling. I'd be doing the discovery properly. I'd be tracking my calls and reviewing them, because honestly, booking meetings is extremely easy. Like, when you have the framework to use, the Hormozi value equation, you position it with, okay, this is their dream outcome. This is the effort and sacrifice that's required from them. This is the time delay. This is the perceived likelihood of achievement, right? If you have that, if you have social proof or anything around that, that can increase the likelihood of them trusting you, that you can deliver on that outcome, do it. And it's just positioning it in that way, putting it in front of as many of your target audience as possible. And it's gonna be very, very easy to get that end result, right? So I'd be doing that. Once I have those calls, I'd be learning as much about sales as possible, because at that stage, the only thing that's gonna get in the way is me being able to not close. Right? And if I'm getting obsessive around sales, I'm learning as much as possible. I'm truly applying myself and making sure that I'm doing everything right outside of just sales, right? So I'm going to bed on time, I'm waking up on time, I'm waking up on time, I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm not smoking weed, I'm not doing any of those shitty activities that take away my focus. The only thing that's going to be in the way is sales. So get obsessive around sales, make sure you can close. And even if you can't close, let's say your sales conversion rate is 10%. Right? So you need 10 calls, 10 shows to sign one deal, right? You can literally just outwork your sales ability. Obviously, in the long term, the best thing to do is going to be to get good at sales. But if you're really looking to get to 10K a month ASAP, as long as you can book meetings, which you probably can from the information that I've told you, even from watching other videos and maybe looking at other solutions out there to book meetings correctly, right? If you follow the principles that I just told you, it should be easy for you. Even if you can book a lot of meetings and your sales percentage isn't great, you can still get to 10K a month. You can literally just get there through pure work and brute force. That's what I did. It's what basically everyone I know who got to 10K a month did. They just outworked their self-doubt, and they made it almost illogical for them not to hit that outcome just because of the amount of reps they did. I'm not saying don't get good at sales. Don't put tons of effort into perfecting sales, because that is the best thing that is going to benefit you in the long term, right? Because when you're not directly selling people on a sales call, you're selling people the idea of getting onto the call with you. Even when you're working with clients, you're selling clients the idea of staying with you, paying you more, etc. So SMMA is literally just sales, right? But all I'm saying is don't obsess too much over that. Trying to get to a 20% sales conversion rate, and then almost just outbook your shitty sales conversion rate. Because ultimately it's going to be high leverage to get you to that 30-40% sales conversion rate, but at the start it's literally just brute force. So that's what I'd be doing. I'd be closing. I wouldn't worry too much if my sales conversion rate was 20% when I know it could be 30 or 40. I'd just see how I could book twice the amount of meetings by working twice as hard with outreach methods like cold calling, SMS, Facebook automation, things like that. They're very, very simple, right? And it's just a case of putting my message in front of my target market. Outreach doesn't go beyond that. Outreach literally does not go beyond putting your value equation in front of your target market, getting interest, explaining in more detail if you have to, and then pushing for that call, getting them on the call, running them through your process and closing them, right? And that's what I do. And if you're wondering for service delivery, obviously, because you're going to take on clients, right? I wouldn't seek to charge less than 2K a month, right? I really wouldn't. I think that's acceptable. I think business owners are going to respect you a hell of a lot less if you charge 500 to 1,000, even if you think, I don't have much experience, I'm just starting off. But you need to have enough confidence in yourself that, okay, I've got this person on the call, I have an outreach system, I'm going to work hard enough to make sure that I'm worth 2K a month and my results are going to be worth it, right? I'd offer some sort of guarantee to reduce the risk, to make sure that your offer offsets your sales ability, especially if you're just starting out, your sales isn't going to be that good. Like I said, so if you can push people over the line with a guarantee, use it, right? Ideally some sort of work for free guarantee, maybe some outcome-based guarantee. Don't throw yourself too far in the hole by offering some crazy money back guarantee or anything like that. Make sure that there's conditions to it. Just give your prospect the confidence that they need to come over the line. Like some examples of guarantees, you have a satisfaction guarantee, which I definitely wouldn't recommend offering when you're new. Money back guarantee, which yes, you could offer, but that needs to be conditional. So make sure that the prospect does certain things in order for that to be valid. Then you have a work for free guarantee. So if you don't hit a certain outcome for them, again, provided by conditions, if the prospect doesn't do this, this, and this, and it's not valid, then you can work for free based on what outcome you get them. There's a lot of different ways you can position it. There's good videos out there. But again, it's literally just about the notion of reducing that risk for them, right? In terms of service delivery, what I'd do is literally just replicate people's ads, right? So I'd probably pull up the Facebook Ads Manager. I'd look at how to run ads. I'd look at examples of ads in my niche. So let's say I'm working with real estate agents. I'd look at people running real estate marketing agencies running ads, right? And I'd literally just copy them. I'd apply it to specific areas that I'm marketing for my real estate agents, for example, and I'd just do that myself, right? I'd look at YouTube videos, how to set up Facebook ads, how to run ads for realtors, and I'd just replicate what's already working, because we're really not trying to reinvent the wheel here. It's literally just brute force. We're literally just putting things into action. And we know we can get the results by just using what's already working and putting a very, very small tweak on there based on specific nuances, based on the clients you have, based on the area that they're in, etc. Right? So that's exactly what I do. If I needed to get to 10K a month ASAP, I needed money in the bank, right? Because how I'd get to 100, like even 50K a month would be different. I'd do a lot more research up front. I'd really be strategic about the niche that I'm picking. I'd really make sure that I'm being precise around learning sales, tracking my metrics, making sure that I'm optimizing systems for the long term, like we're doing at the moment with our agency. It would look a lot different, right? But getting cash and building a business for the long term are two quite kind of different things, right? Obviously you can do both, but again, like we're just trying to get to 10K a month quick with a limited skill set in this case. Because if you had the skill set and you had the mindset to get there, you'd probably already be there, right? So that's exactly what I do. Hopefully you found this video valuable. If you want to see more from me, let me know. There's a link in the description. If you do care about what we offer, you can check that out. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.